This is a video game, Tropico 5. I'm going to do a review of this game. I've played, ever since the beginning, many years ago. It must have been 30 years ago. And I have, currently on Steam, I have Tropico 4, 5, and 6. And I remember playing 3, 2, and 1. I had them a long time ago when the original one came out. It is a city builder game. Unfortunately, I don't have a city that's already built because I haven't played in a long time. But the series, whichever version you buy, they're mostly the same. There's few differences. One of the advantages of buying the older versions is that they're a lot cheaper and they will run better on a slower computer. I have problems with the newest version because I use a laptop, and as the game grows, it slows down a little bit too much, and it's no longer enjoyable. So you basically have the same things to build, like power plants and docks and Teamster offices. There's a lot of options for what you have to build, and it's mostly the same in every game. The graphs are really good. You can watch the graphs to understand what's going on. This is obviously not a very useful feature. You can change what your character looks like. And there's research in the newer games. They all have similar research. It's all about the same. Got a lot of stuff to research. And you have something called, I guess this is an edict, I'm not sure. Or these are ordinances or something. But you could do things like extra food, extra taxes, free housing, things like that. You do have a constitution, which will be things like the right to bear arms or whatever. And you have a trade menu with different trade routes because uh, a big part of the game is producing something such as food and then finding a trading partner. One thing you're not going to like about the game is if you don't perform to the expectations of the AI system, you the game will end. There is a little bit of a military aspect, a little bit of combat, and not a lot. You don't have a big army or anything. And the people, the population, they're individuals, which means that they have individual desires and they get hungry and they have educational level. We'll look at this person right here. They could be married, they could be retired, it could be a child, they could be a rebel, they could be influenced by various factors. For example, one of them might have a religious interest. There is media in the game also. So it's a pretty good city builder. This is one of the city builders where it has a little bit of everything. It's a fun game. Doesn't matter if you buy 4, 5, or 6. They're all about the same. Obviously, the graphics do get better. You get a few more features when you get into Tropico 6. If you had to make a choice cost-wise, just buy the cheapest one. Unless, if you got the money, buy Tropico 6. But if you can't afford Tropico 6, don't worry about it. Get one of the older ones. They're still fun to play. It is a fun game. The music is nice, and the way the dictator interacts with you is also fun. About the cost of the game, don't spend $50 on this game. It's not a $30 game. Try to get it for $10. If you can get it for less than that, totally go for it. There's no need to buy the other versions of Tropico. Don't go backwards. If you like Tropico 5, you're not going to get Tropico 4. Try to upgrade to Tropico 6 or Tropico 7 when it comes out. They're mostly similar. It's nearly identical. The resource chain, very simple. You produce banana, you produce pineapple. Maybe you can the pineapple. Doesn't have a complex resource chain. This is also a game that you're probably going to have to play it a couple of times before you get the hang of it. You're going to play, something bad's going to happen, you're going to have to restart the map because you have to learn because you have to run for re-election, you have to learn how to keep people happy. Got to be your focus. Other games are Banished and SimCity, Cities XL. I would say this is an intermediate game. and you could consider it advanced intermediate. It's not a beginner game like Farmville. And if you're an advanced player, I've been playing since the 1970s. I've been playing video games like Pong and Zork, and it's a good game. As an advanced player, I've played all the good city builders. SimCity since the 1980s. I would say that I enjoyed playing it, although Cities in Motion 2 is the one I've spent the most time on. If you want a really, really difficult game, I would say go with Banished. But if you're just okay with a fun game and you don't need it to be extremely difficult, intermediate is okay. I would go with this one. If you want something that's kind of easy and cute, I would say Kingdoms and Castles. Okay, so that's my review of Tropico 5. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.